think a highlight of being able to pack gift boxes for people is knowing instinctively what people need. And that's easy to do when people are happy and when people are rejoicing and people are expecting happiness. But when someone's grieving a loss, we don't always know what to say. And sometimes we don't say anything. Sometimes we say the wrong thing, not realizing that it's the wrong thing. But as the recipient of those words and those actions, it's how we feel when we're grieving that matters. And so I created these boxes, thinking of you, grief boxes, that help me help you communicate what to do and what to say when you want to remember the loss of someone that you care about, for the person left behind. And so what I want to do is show you how I put together these boxes of love from a place in my heart that is deeply connected with the idea of what to say and how to say it. I hope you enjoy it. When thinking about grief and what to say, sometimes we want to send gifts to people. I totally understand that, but gift giving for grief can be a little awkward. It makes us feel good when we're giving it, but when you're the receiver, sometimes it's kind of like, why am I getting presents when I just lost somebody that I care about? So if you do decide to send something other than flowers, like a box from me, you want me to choose wisely, which I will. So the idea here is every single gift has an intent behind it when it's packaged. So in this particular case, the gift that I'm working on right now, getting ready to send, is for someone who just lost her daughter and left behind grandchildren. And this person was very close to a friend of mine. And you know, that's a tender area to cross, because you want to send more than a card. You don't want to send flowers. So what do? So what I do is I pick gifts based on their energies. Like, you know, the person who's sending the gift usually tells me a little bit about the person. I ask some probing questions. And so this person is a writer. So what I've done is I've put together all these things that will help her feel better, but not assume that they're going to make her grief go away, because we know that's impossible. But every gift is wrapped, and I've typed by hand on my typewriters that I collect a little information about this. So this one just says a notebook and a pen to remember to write. And it's wrapped really pretty, and it will go into my gift boxes, which you know, look like this, and they'll get mailed out. So when this is all done, it will be very beautiful, and each gift will have a story and a message. So this is some homemade toffee, and what I wrote on it is, homemade delight from a new woman-owned business in Rhode Island. No matter how sad you are at any time, sugar always lifts, for me anyway. So these kinds of notes will go on each of the gifts, because we want to make sure that the person opening them understands that there's a lightness to them, but there's an intent for someone to feel loved and cared for. So this is something for her to do with her granddaughters. It's a craft, because she has grandchildren that she is going to take care of now. And it just keeps going. So I just wanted to show it to you. I wrap things differently so it's not all one big sea of turquoise. And it all goes into the box, all with little notes. And then in that, I put a hand-typed note from the person sending it. And that gets placed in a beautiful envelope that is typed on 100% cotton paper from Germany that just has a really, like, just kind and great texture to it. And then I also type the intent with the box, so that somebody, when they get it and they open it, they understand, wow, this is a little different. This isn't a box of chocolates. It's not something that's going to gloss over grief, but it heads into grief without living there. And that's what I like about my boxes. So if you ever want to send a box to somebody that you love and care about, you order a Thinking of You box or a custom box, and let me know in the notes, and I'll ask you questions when I receive the order. I usually do the boxes for about $125, and I can fill a box very nicely for that. And it's way better than flowers, because flowers die and grief never does.